Hi, my name is Courtney Griffin, and this is my presentation on evolution. The translation of evolutionary theory into psychology created a program that was uniquely American, and eventually it caused a center of psychological research to shift from Europe to the United States, where it has been ever since. Evolution is a process that results in changes in the genetic material of a population over time. Evolution reflects the adaptations of organisms to their changing environments and can result in altered genes, novel traits, and new species. Evolutionary processes depend on both changes in genetic variability and changes in allele frequencies over time. Although Charles Darwin is arguably the most known man in history when it comes to evolution, there were contributors to the idea of evolution prior to him. Jean-Baptiste Lamarck contributed to evolution with his observations in fossils. He noted that species changed over time and that environmental changes were responsible for structural changes in plants and animals. His findings were referred to as the inheritance of acquired characteristics. Herbert Spencer was a follower of Lamarck and later Darwin. He took the notion of evolution and applied it to everything. He believed that through evolution, differentiation occurs so that systems become increasingly complex. His notion applied to even the human nervous system, which through evolution has become highly complex. He also introduced the term survival of the fittest in 1852, which Charles Darwin later adopted. Charles Darwin was born in England in 1809. His grandfather, Erasmus Darwin, was a famous physician who showed interest in evolutionary theory. His passion was entomology, which led to his contact with friends in botany, and geology, which led to his expedition on the HMS Beagle as an unpaid naturalist, where he did the majority of his research on evolution through observation. Darwin later married his cousin and they had 10 children. He suffered with health problems for the next 30 years, or should I say last 30 years of his life, which many believed were psychosomatic. Darwin's theory of evolution was composed of 4 key features. The first, struggle for survival, which is the reproductive capacity for all living organisms, allows for many more offspring than can survive in a given environment. Therefore, there is a struggle for survival. Among the offspring of any species, there are vast individual differences, some of which are more conducive to survival than others. The second, natural selection, are adaptive characteristics from the individual differences occurring among offspring accounts the slow transmutation of a species over eons. Evolution results from the natural selection of those accidental variations among members of a species that prove to have survival value. The next, fitness. Darwin described fitness as an organism's ability to survive and reproduce. Fitness is determined by an organism's features and its environment. And the last, adaptive features. Those that are conducive to survival in a given environment, whatever those features may be. The book points out that nothing is said about strength, aggression, competitiveness, progress, or perfection. The Darwin Awards are awards that honor Charles Darwin, the father of evolution, and they commemorate those who improve our gene pool by removing themselves from it in the most spectacular way possible. If you get a chance, Google Darwin Awards. Here are my citations, and that includes my presentation. Thank you.